How's it going, my little UB-tubies? Glad you're back for another lesson. I'm just going to start off today by reading a letter that I got from a little tubester out there. His name is Charlie, and he's from Saginaw, Michigan. He writes, "Dear Cody, love your show. I was wondering what guitar strings are best for beginners." This is a really good question because there's a lot of debate about this. I'm personally of the opinion that beginners shouldn't really change their guitar strings. They should just make do with what they have. Changing them, I mean, you can change them to beginner guitar strings, and they feel great. You know, they're very soft. They're made from mercury, but they're pretty expensive. They're going to run you a couple money. My little remedy for this is just keep the guitar strings that you have, but you can modify your guitar in a certain way, and that's by just taping some tissue onto your guitar, and then you can, sort of write in with a pen, the frets and everything, and it doesn't really affect playability. You can still play your favorite notes, and you can make your way around the guitar that way, but it's a lot softer on the fingers, and you can get used to your guitar without making your fingers bleed trying to get used to it. So that's my little way of doing it. Hope that helps you, and thanks, Charlie. If anyone else wants to send me some mail, be sure to send it to me on the YouTube. Really looking forward to hearing from you tubesters. Picking styles. There are many different styles of picking, and you're going to want to choose the style of picking that best fits what kind of music you want to play. Down picking, you've probably heard that before in a million or two blues songs. Down picking is primarily a blues way of picking, and you want to keep strict to it. Up picking sounds like, you can hear your favorite Bob Marley tunes. Switch picking is used primarily just in pretty much everything else, your favorite modern rock songs. Then we get into pretty iffy territory. We get into more theoretical theories of picking. Alternate picking. Alternate picking is where you alternate between picking and not picking. So an alternate picking riff would be like, economy picking is where you pretty much just pick whenever you feel like it and don't pick when you feel like it. Economy riff would pretty much sound like, as you can see, we're getting into a more fusion, avant-garde, progressive sound here. That's really the only times you want to use this. I'd recommend personally switch picking. I find it's the most useful. But oops, dropped my pick. Chord structure. There's a lot of chords out there, as you probably know. And that's just a few. There are just thousands and thousands. Thing about chords, you can really just learn them all just buying a chord book. Just picking that up, just flipping through there and just trying them out, seeing what they're like. So I think that's really the best way. I'm not going to go through all the chords here. I think a book would be better. But I will tell you that I have a little way for remembering the notes in chords, because chords are made up out of notes. For instance, here's an A power chord right here. And if you want to remember the notes in the A power chord, you have to remember that it goes A, E, A, and you can use a mnemonic system, which you could say A, E, A. Andrew eats apples. Andrew eats apples. Andrew eats apples. You can also use it for open chords too. So if you got an open chord on your hands, like an open G, you can use a mnemonic system to remember that. You can go G, B, D, G, B, G. And how how would you remember it? You could go go, blow, dicks, go buy guns. Major and minor. There's major scales, major chords, minor chords. Major is pretty much used for everything that everybody likes. You know, this would be a major scale. Everybody likes how that sounds. Now that pretty much makes up all the music that people like. A minor scale sounds like, which isn't really appealing to too many people. That's why it's called a minor scale. You don't really want to use it that much. Chords, pretty much same thing. You know, here's a major chord. Nice and pretty, nice and open, nice and nice. And here's that same E, but as a minor. Not as appealing to anybody. Major song might go like, hey, I'm having a good time. Are you having a good time too? The minor song would be like, oh my, no, don't. Everybody don't know. Not really appealing to too many people. My advice, stick to the major scale. Avoid the minor scale, stick to the major chords, avoid the minor chords. Have some fun.